Hey you guys, in this video I am going to be making sounds with two different items. This is the first item. These are napkins with the wrapping on them. These are from IKEA. And the second item is going to be a thick plastic. And this is a custom video for Julie. Thank you so much, Julie. I did a video many years ago actually. It was a mango themed video. All the items were like the color of mango, or mango related somehow. And I used a pack of napkins from IKEA that had white and mango colored stripes. And that is what inspired her wanting this item in her custom video. And thank you for your patience, Julie. She knows this already, but I went to IKEA, which is a bit far from here actually, because I really wanted the napkins to be from IKEA still. And they have like, I don't know, it's a unique sound. And so I went like maybe 4 days ago or something. I had waited to go and then I finally went. I thought they closed at a certain time. They closed an hour earlier than that. Basically it changes dependent on the weekdays or weekends, and I didn't realise. And so I missed it. But thankfully I have a friend that lives in that area and was able to go again. I think it was 2 days ago now. And grab a set of napkins. They have tons of colours and designs. They're more like decorative napkins and like quite nice. Maybe if you're having a party or something. So it's kind of a pale blue, bit of a more teal, maybe turquoise thing going on there. And then these white lines moving along diagonally and crossing diagonally here. Here's the IKEA brand. There are 30 of them. There were a few that I liked that I was choosing from. One had this like fish on it. It was like, it almost looked like an Asian design. It was really beautiful. And then another was like a pale pink with another kind of white design on it. And then they have like solid colours. They had a turquoise, like a deep turquoise. It was really pretty. And like reds and yellows, greens. I think there was an orange. Of course they have white and I think black as well. I think this was £49. It's £50 in Egypt, and that is about $3 US, so they're a bit pricey. It's only 30. But like I said, it's like more like decorative if you're having a party of sorts. Or maybe you just love these kinds of things and are willing to invest in the beautiful napkins. I have a friend here who I went to IKEA with one time, and she was telling me that her mum loves the napkins at IKEA and actually uses them for lining her shelves, I guess. Like shelves, I don't know how it would work because I feel like they're very thin. But she makes it work, I guess. She lines like her cupboards, like with her dishes and such. Maybe she has some secret. There's ridges, like, along here. You can sort of see them. It's like a really thin plastic that you can hear is obviously quite crinkly. And so the next item will be like a thicker plastic. It'll be interesting to see how both the transparent plastics make very different sounds depending upon their thickness. Someone said in the comments the other day that they felt my speaking voice was sounding more Arabic, which I find very funny because I'm an American doing a British accent, so I don't know if that's even possible. I don't think I'm catching any Arabic accent, but maybe. I read it was like, no, I don't think so. But you know, sometimes when you're living in a place, you don't really realise you're picking things up, so maybe you are hearing something that I can't hear. I do know that when I lived in India, I definitely had my voice changed slightly because I lived there for 2 years, and when I moved back to the US, I remember one of my family members seeing me for the first time after like a year and a half maybe. And he was like, 3 things. You are really small. Your head's bobbling in a weird way, and your voice sounds completely different. And like I knew it sounded a bit different. I was aware of that, but I didn't know how much different it sounded until I was in the US for a while. I could start to hear it. But like when I was living in India, I was with children all the time, and so I was speaking slower and I was enunciating my words very as much as I could, whereas in the US I just talk fast and kind of everything is slurred together. But I could not do that. People would not understand me well if I'm speaking in English that way. So I definitely spoke slower and more enunciated, and my family member could tell that. 1, you're really small. 2, your head's doing some weird stuff. 3, your voice is totally different. First things they said. let's go to the second item. Okay, so this took me some time to find because Julie's request, the second item, is like, you know, the plastic that you get like bed sheets or comforters in, that kind of plastic. And this was the closest I could find. So it's a thicker plastic, and it actually does have a similar feel to it. And I will take the product out and tap on the bag without the product, and there's actually some cardboard inside to give different sounds that it makes. CONODO. So it's actually a top inside of here. Okay, let's open it. Okay. So it's a white shirt that came. I didn't get it for the shirt. I actually purchased this just for the packaging. I tried to get something useful that I could use, but really it was the packaging I was searching for in the stores. And I couldn't purchase an expensive bed sheet set or comforter for the custom videos. I was having the hardest time finding something even as close as I could. So this is obviously like a clothing and undergarment brand. Hence the little panties on the back. They did panties, shirts, things like that. It's like kind of a Hanes situation. So when I was in the store, I was searching for this type of material, and a lady was following me around, which is actually quite common. When you go into stores, sometimes people they follow you. The people that work there, they follow you in hopes to help you. For me, it just causes me anxiety, and I'm like, please go away. But I know they're trying to help, which is very uncomfortable. Please just look away, let me shop. But she was there kind of hovering. I just let her, kind of gotten used to it. But thankfully she was there because she helped me figure out if I was actually buying a child size. Which is fine. I'm getting it for the packaging, but it's if you're going to purchase something for the packaging, you might as well get something that's on the inside that you can actually use instead of just toss or give to someone else, like this from the other video. If you saw this in the other video, long story. Okay. It's from another custom video. But anyway, I was grabbing a package, and it had I guess it was the children's sizes. They're all mixed in together though, so I'm glad she was there to point that out, because I would have gotten home with a really tiny shirt, which honestly, that would that would have been way more funny. I almost wish that had happened, because I could make a video for you guys and show you. Okay, this is the inner portion. I'm going to take these out, because they do change the sound a bit, but I'll give you a bit of the cardboard. So Komodo is the name of the brand, and in Arabic it's written, I think it's on this portion here. It says Komodo here, Komodo. It's like Komodo. Yeah. And I got this from like a local store, but I just thought, even if I did find a shirt that might fit, like I can grab it and hopefully it's like a shirt that fits. It actually fit quite well. I was surprised. I thought it would just be kind of shenanigans, you know? But it fit decent. Like I could actually wear it, so it's good. So it's interesting that clothing in Egypt is actually more expensive than clothing in the US most of the time. Actually, in my experience, almost all of the time. And Egyptians will, say, live in the US and are visiting, or live in Egypt and have family in the US. They will say the same thing. In fact, Egyptian family members living in the US and Egypt will often have the people living in the US, when they would travel to visit their family in Egypt, they bring suitcases full of clothes for their loved ones because it's so much cheaper in the US. So like this shirt, I could get it for Forever 21, for example. I don't know, Target or something fairly reasonable. And actually here I think it was like $5. But a shirt that came in a pack like this, I feel like in the US maybe you pay about the same. This one might be a bit equal, but if you think about it, the fact that it's even close to equal, the cost of living here is completely different in the US, and what people make is completely different. So they're making a significant amount less per month than we would in the US. So to pay the equivalent of $5 for a shirt like that is significant. It's really expensive here. So it was 90 Egyptian pounds. Again, that's equivalent to approximately $5. So it's super expensive if you're making your income in pounds. And people don't make a lot here. It's like a really big problem, actually. My friends, just all of them, say the same thing, like, well, the amount that they make, it's tiny for good jobs. Yeah, someone told me the other day that the equivalent to US dollars of what they make in a month, I think we calculated, so 60 and 120, yeah, $240 in 1 month for like a really good job. I think this job, actually it might be for 3 weeks instead of a full month, but still that's quite tiny. If you bring that to a full month's worth, maybe $330, you know, that's. So if you think of paying $5 for a shirt, $5 out of the $330 you make in a month or so, $240 you make in a month, it's significant. But there's also another factor. A lot of Egyptians own their homes, even at young ages. Most people do not rent in Egypt. It's almost always a home that's in your family, or that your family has helped you get, or something like that. It's very, or it could be that that person saved up and bought their home, but it's super common to buy homes. They are much cheaper than in the US, but again, the cost of living is different and what you make is different. But yeah, lots of times it seems that homes are like in families, and it's sweet. A lot of families here have, like say for example you have an apartment building with flats going up. The flats might be owned by the mother and father of a family, and then the daughter and her husband and children, and then the son and his wife and children, and they're in different apartments but within the same building. So fathers will sometimes purchase buildings or portions of buildings, then their children when they get older have a house to live in, and they're like still with their family. It's quite sweet. So the fact that you're not paying a huge amount in rent every month does change the numbers, I guess you could say. So there's lots of factors, but all that say clothing is more expensive in Egypt. Okay, we have reached the end of Julie's custom video. Thank you again so much, Julie. Thank you for your patience in me trying to get items as close as possible to the two you had requested. Sorry they could not have been both exact. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day or night. I am going to quickly give you an emoji to put in the comment section below to signify that we've gotten to the end together. So I'm going to say any emoji that is in the colour orange. Your favourite emoji that's in the colour orange, put that in the comment section. So you can scroll through, see, even if it has a portion of orange, that's fine. I did this with blue the other day, and I liked seeing you choose the emoji you liked in those colours. That's fine. So let's go with orange. Okay, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye for now.